Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 558 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin lowered his head and looked at the familiar space outside the Golden Gate. He silently pondered. Xian Luo's words echoed in his ears and lingered for a long time. The words revealed to him the preparations of entering the immortal astral continent and the consequences. Wang Lin understood. Reincarnate, Wang Lin muttered. Perhaps a few years, perhaps 1,000 years. All those that want to leave the cave world without a bloodline will need to go through this. After a long time, they will appear somewhere on the immortal astral continent. When we meet 1,000 years later, I'll need to release their sealed memories. After a long time, Wang Lin looked up at Xian Luo and gave a deep bow. Wang Lin vaguely understood that to go against the law of the immortal astral continent like this required Xian Luo to pay a great price. Junior doesn't know who will decide to leave the cave world and how many there will be. However, no matter what happens, Junior will not forget the kindness Senior has shown me today. Wang Lin bowed before Xian Luo. An invisible connection seemed to form between them. It was impossible to explain or comprehend, but it was there. As for Wan, if we can't both live, then even if we die together in the door to leave the cave world, I will have no regrets. Wang Lin's words were filled with determination. The words, no regrets, echoed across the star system. No regrets. No regrets. No regrets. These two words revealed Wang Lin's Tao heart for more than 2,000 years. These words revealed the fated encounter outside the Sea of Devils more than 2,000 years ago. These words released Wang Lin's feeling of love, longing, and sorrow as he roared. Aside from his mother, no woman in the world could replace Li Muwen in his heart. He had encountered countless beauties in the world, but none of them was her. He had allowed countless delicate shadows to dance by him like butterflies, but none of them was her, who was accompanied by the zither music. This was a love that had entangled Wang Lin for more than 2,000 years, and it would not dissipate until the day Wang Lin died. They thought that they would rather die together if they couldn't live together. These two words entered Tao Master Blue Dream's ears, and his eyes dimmed. He looked in the direction of the celestial realm and silently pondered. Xian Luo's eyes shined as he looked at Wang Lin, who looked back at him. He heard Wang Lin's words of no regrets and nodded. To cast the reincarnation spell and wrest the law of the immortal astral continent would need me to prepare for a bit. 1 month from now, bring all the people that want to leave, and I'll cast the spell. As for you, this is your own choice. Xian Luo didn't persuade anymore. During this period of testing Wang Lin, he had come to learn a lot about Wang Lin's character. Once Wang Lin made up his mind, he wouldn't change it. This Wang Lin fits my requirements very well. He would rather wait 1,000 years and find his friends to awaken their memory. This is righteous. He doesn't want to leave by himself but wants to leave with all his friends. He is a benevolent person. He won't give up his lover, even if they both die, and he won't regret it. Such a benevolent and sentimental person. If I don't abandon him, he will do whatever it takes to protect my ancient Tao clan for eternity once we show him kindness. There was a flash of mysterious light in Xian Luo's eyes, and he made a decision. Wang Lin looked profoundly at Xian Luo and bowed a third time. He turned and left. Tao Master Blue Dream left with him while silently pondering. As for Tuo Sen, after saying goodbye to Wang Lin, he mindlessly walked toward the end of the horizon as he pondered about whether he should leave the cave world to reincarnate into the immortal astral continent or not. The endless star system was very beautiful as the nebulas shined. However, in Wang Lin's eyes, he couldn't tell if they were real or fake. After a long time, he withdrew his gaze from the stars and rushed through them. He wasn't leaving all heaven but went to where planet Donglin used to be. Planet Donglin had collapsed, leaving only a rift. That rift led to the frozen second flower. Before leaving, there were a few things Wang Lin had to do. There was the ancient god Yun. Wang Lin had promised to help her escape the frozen world. Planet Donglin was on the opposite side of the Golden Door in all heaven. Even though it was far away from the Golden Door, The golden light still reached all the way here, and the star domain was shrouded in the golden light. The rift to the frozen world was like a wound in the star system. It flickered and would sometimes release cold energy into the star domain that was dyed golden. At this moment, the space outside the rift distorted and Wang Lin appeared. He looked at the rift and moved closer to it. His ancient Dao aura rushed into his hands as he grabbed the rift and mercilessly ripped. The star system rumbled, and with a roar from Wang Lin, the rift was torn open even more. The cold energy rushed out, revealing the frozen land. The frozen second flower was the only place that hadn't collapsed. The land was still frozen, and although Xian Luo's power was gone, the ice was still there. Wang Lin stood outside the rift and his divine sense sent a message into the frozen world. Yunene, I have come to take you out. Inside the frozen world, on the giant stone platform, Yunene slowly opened her eyes. She looked at the ice in the distance and smiled. He came, she closed her eyes and a cloud of smoke came out from between her eyebrows. It disappeared into the ice before her. The smoke left her body and drifted toward Wang Lin. Soon, it appeared at the entrance to all heaven. She saw Wang Lin. However, there was a layer of ice between the two. I was created by Master to guard the Donglin sect. To repay this kindness, I left my ancient god body here and used its life force to nourish this place. From now on, I'll have no connection with this place. I hope you can help me leave and take my soul away, Yunene's divine sense message echoed. Looking at Yunene's soul inside the ice, Wang Lin understood. Back when Wang Lin first entered the second flower, she asked for help but didn't decisively separate her soul from her body. She waited until Wang Lin had passed the 5 flowers' 8 doors and opened the door to the cave world before separating her soul from her body. There was nothing wrong with his, after all, separating her soul from her body was very important. She naturally had to be careful. Wang Lin would keep his promise and didn't think too much about this matter. At the rift, he spat out a mouthful of ancient Dao energy into the ice. His breath was invisible, but the moment it touched the ice, crackling sounds echoed. Large amounts of cracks appeared and the ice collapsed layer by layer. When the ice collapsed, Yunene's soul came out of the ice sliver by sliver. When the ice collapsed completely, her soul reformed into her appearance. She had escaped through the cracks Wang Lin had created. She looked at the star system with calm eyes. There were no ripples in her eyes, she just calmly looked. After a long time, she bowed at Wang Lin. Thank you for helping. Wang Lin's gaze fell on Yunene's soul, and he said, This is my promise to you. It can be considered an exchange for your help. However, you decide if you just want to leave and live in his cave world, or head to the immortal astral continent. That is where the real Donglin sect is located and also the hometown of your master, the 7-colored celestial sovereign. If you want to stay here, then leave. If you want to go to the immortal astral continent, you must suffer the bitter trial of 1,000 years to reincarnate. Yunene calmly listened to Wang Lin's words. After pondering for a bit, she looked at the calm star system ahead and whispered. Reincarnation is good. 1,000 years is not long. Wang Lin saw the bitterness of time and the confusion about the future. Perhaps choosing to reincarnate was the best path for her. Wang Lin didn't speak anymore. He waved his right hand and opened his palm. Yunene gently floated toward Wang Lin until she turned into a fist-sized ball of light and floated in Wang Lin's palm. Wang Lin closed his hand and put the light into his storage space. He took one more look at the world sealed in ice and left. The entire space of the cave world was familiar to Wang Lin. He didn't move very fast as he looked around. It was as if he was slowly going around before he left. Wang Lin had also made the same promise to another person. She was in the depths of the cloud sea, her name was Fan Shanlu. This Fan Shanlu was a pitiful woman. She was the celestial sovereign's first concubine and also Fan Shanman's little sister. However, she had been in the cave world for far too long and ended up being caught in her elder sister's illusion in order to obtain Wang Lin's blood of oath. She is someone from the immortal astral continent, so she doesn't need to be reincarnated to leave. Wang Lin stepped forward and crossed all heaven, entering the cloud sea. He went into the depths of the rift, where Fan Shanlu was. Aside from bringing Fan Shanlu away, there was something Wang Lin had almost forgotten. In the last month before leaving, he suddenly remembered. He had once made a promise to a small character that he would give that person a body of a certain cultivation level. The soul of that small character had been in his storage space for a long time. Normally, 1 month of time would pass by in an instant, but this last month in the cave world was different. In a flash, 10 days passed. During these 10 days of time, Wang Lin found Fan Shanlu. She was the Celestial Sovereign's first concubine and had the bloodline of the immortal astral continent. She could leave through the door and return to her home. Fan Shanlu left, leaving behind the large ship. Wang Lin had already refined the mainsail and could control it freely. He put it inside his storage space. During these 10 days, Wang Lin had also found a cultivation planet. He used his powerful cultivation to find a body that had just died and then transformed the body. He put the soul of the minor character into the body and formed an origin soul. After doing this, Wang Lin silently moved through the stars by himself. Deep in his heart, he felt a trace of reluctance. At first, this sense of reluctance was not much, but as he walked through all the familiar places, it became even stronger. With a sigh, Wang Lin disappeared from the bright light. When he reappeared, he was at the junction of the 4 great star systems, which was the location of the celestial realm. He stepped into the celestial realm. As the ripples echoed, Wang Lin's divine sense spread out, shrouding the celestial realm. He sent out the information about needing to go through reincarnation in order to leave the cave world. If anyone wants to leave, you can come and find me. I'll leave half a month from now. Wang Lin sat on the mountain he had used for closed-door cultivation and slowly closed his eyes. Staying or going was a choice. Wang Lin would not intervene, he had just opened the door. As for the world outside, Wang Lin didn't know if it was good or bad for the people of the cave world. It was because of this that he had given everyone the chance to make this choice themselves. On the second day after Wang Lin sat down, Sichu Nan arrived. He stepped through the air with white clouds below his feet. He held a wine jug in his hand as he closed in step by step until he was beside Wang Lin. Sichu Nan looked the same as before, his long hair fluttering and his clothes casual as he took a sip of wine. Although he looked calm, he still vaguely revealed a hint of what was happening in his mind. Wang Lin, tell me, if I reincarnate, will I be able to become the king of a mortal city on the immortal astral continent? Sichu Nan muttered. Originally, there was a feeling of parting, but this feeling scattered a lot with Sichu's words. Wang Lin smiled as he grabbed the wine from Sichu Nan and took a big sip. If I really by coincidence reincarnate into a king, don't find me too quickly. Wait until I enjoy a lifetime as a king before finding me. Sichu Na looked at Wang Lin and smiled. You have decided. Wang Lin looked at Sichu Nan. Sichu Nan was his friend and teacher. As they said their goodbyes, more than 2,000 years of memories replayed in their minds. I've decided. With this old man's talent, it would be a pity to not wreck the place. I should be a lot happier there. Sichu Nan laughed. He was really at ease. We can live freely and do as we wish on the immortal astral continent. Won't that be fun? Sichu Nan took the wine jug back from Wang Lin and took a big sip. Wang Lin calmly looked at Sichu Nan. Their gazes met, and after a long time, Sichu Nan let out a sigh. You little brat, you better not forget to come and find me. Damn it, reincarnation, this old man better reincarnate into a king. As Sichu sighed, Wang Lin nodded. If I'm not dead, I'll definitely find you. Qing Shui was the second person to find Wang Lin, and beside him was Red Butterfly. The father and daughter came at the same time. They appeared out of the void and landed beside Wang Lin. Qing Shui didn't say much. He stood there looking for a while, and didn't say anything. Beside him, Red Butterfly looked at him with slightly red eyes. It seemed that something Wang Lin didn't know about had happened when they made the decision. Han Yang, there must be a method for you to return on the immortal astral continent. Then our family will be together again. Qing Shui's gaze landed on Red Butterfly with fatherly love in his eyes. Aside from Sichu, Qing Shui, and red butterfly. The fourth person to come was 13. 13's thoughts were very simple. As Wang Lin's disciple, he had to follow Wang Lin even if it was going through blade and fire, or even through reincarnation. In his heart, his teacher for one life would be his teacher even through reincarnation. 13 sat calmly behind Wang Lin. His personality was much calmer than before. His killing intent had mostly dissipated and was well hidden inside his body. He didn't reveal any of it. Time slowly passed like this. Several more people came from all directions of the celestial realm and sat down behind Wang Lin. They chose to leave. On the 9th day after Wang Lin returned to the celestial realm, Li Qianmai came. Wearing a white dress, she appeared a lot thinner than before. She looked sorrowful, but she was filled with determination and perseverance. Before Wang Lin, Li Qianmai hid her own sorrow. Li Qianmai bit her lower lip and asked softly, "Should I go?" Wang Lin opened his eyes and looked at Li Qianmai for a long time. "Should I go?" Li Qianmai softly asked once more, but her voice began to tremble. Wang Lin looked at Li Qianmai. He saw Li Qianmai's helplessness, saw her inner struggle, much like his own. Those words from back then echoed in his ears once more. "Should I go?" Li Qianmai squeezed out a smile. Her jade-like hand held her hair and she turned around to leave. Wang Lin grabbed Li Qianmai's hand and his voice echoed. "Go to the immortal astral continent. Wait until I find you, until I release your sealed memories. It could be 10 years, could be 100 years, could be 1,000 years. Will you wait?" Li Qianmai stopped and turned around. She looked at Wang Lin but didn't speak, she just softly nodded. "I'll find you." Wang Lin looked at Li Qianmai and gently pulled her to his side so she sat down with him. The moment Li Qianmai was pulled by Wang Lin, 2 streams of tears flowed down from her eyes. The tears dripped down from her face and fell on her clothes. "Father is unwilling to leave. He will remain here with mother. I don't know whether I should go or not. Should I accompany my father here or wait for you on the immortal astral continent?" Li Qianmai lowered her head. In her heart, there were 2 voices, but when Wang Lin grabbed her hand, there was only one left. "You. Do you really want me to go to the immortal astral continent?" Li Qianmai bit her lower lip and looked up at Wang Lin. Her eyes were filled with confusion. Wang Lin pondered a bit and nodded. "Then. You have to quickly find me. I'll wait for you forever." The confusion in Li Qianmai's eyes disappeared and was replaced with determination. Time slowly passed. There were only 3 days left of the 15 days Wang Lin would remain in the celestial realm. In the past few days, people Wang Lin was familiar with came, but those that had chosen to leave were simply too few compared to those that had chosen to stay. Not everyone could face reincarnation and face the unknown of the outside world. As a result, they saw this as something very dangerous. Master Hong Shan chose to reincarnate, but Master South Cloud struggled for a while and decided to stay. There were also other people Wang Lin knew, like Zhong Konglai, Master Flame Spark, etc. They all chose to stay and weren't willing to leave. There were only 2 days left of the half-month period. It was dusk and the world was dark, so one couldn't see too far. One could only see the outlines of the mountains. Dusk had its own unique beauty, it was like a golden painting. In this world that was like a painting, 3 figures closed in. The person in the middle was a middle-aged man, and his appearance was extraordinary. He gave off a sense of age. He was Qing Lin. Beside him was his daughter, Qing Shuang, who had a cold expression and didn't seem to care about Zhu Yi at all. Zhu Yi didn't seem to care, as if he was used to it, and he didn't regret it. He looked at Qing Shui with the longing he had in the past. He was looking at the same face, but it was a different person. This feeling produced a pain in Zhu Yi's heart that could tear a person in half. He either had to give up or accept it. "Wang Lin, my daughter and I are ready to leave and reincarnate," Qing Lin said when he arrived next to Wang Lin. He turned to look at Zhu Yi and let out a sigh. As the last 3 days passed, Zhu Ru, Shen Gonghu, and others made their decisions and came to Wang Lin. There weren't many people that decided to leave. Less than 20 people. On the last days, a thin rain fell on the celestial realm. Mu Bingmai, all dressed in white, walked through the rain. Wang Lin opened his eyes and looked up to see an extremely beautiful woman holding an umbrella. Her long, black hair was like a painting, and her otherworldly beauty seemed to make the world silent aside from the sound of rain. A strange force seemed to make people forget about everything, and her beautiful figure was covered by a haze of rain. This was the beautify of Mu Bingmai, or, more accurately, it was Liu Mai. Because at this moment, Mu Bingmai's appearance, clothes, and expression were things that Wang Lin could never forget. I hope Lord will have a safe passage. Mu Bingmai held the umbrella as she looked at Wang Lin through the rain. Her soft words echoed in the rain, they were very soft and not at all cold. In the end, she decided not to leave. She had come here to see Wang Lin one last time. Who knew when they would meet again? Wang Lin couldn't guess her thoughts. Mu Bingmai was not a simple woman. Since she had decided to say, she had her reasons. He wouldn't ask, and he didn't want to ask. Half a month passed in the rain. At dusk of the last day, the rain seemed to become more dense and formed a curtain of rain. If one looked closely, they could see the end of this hazy world. Wang Lin stood up and took a step to the sky. Behind him, everyone that was going to leave flew into the air, turning into rays of light. They released a dazzling bloom in the rain. Standing in the sky, Wang Lin looked down at the earth below him. Mu Bingmai was still holding the umbrella and standing there. Her figure loomed in the rain as if she was watching Wang Lin. The gentle figure under the umbrella, the long dress, and the strands of hair that fluttered in the wind. There was a sense of sorrow from the figure as they parted. Looking at Mu Bingmai, Wang Lin silently pondered. After a long time, Wang Lin slowly said, "If I'm still alive, I'll return." Mu Bingmai's umbrella lowered a bit, blocking her face, and she softly said, "If I'm still alive, I'll greet you." Wang Lin raised his right hand and reached out at the void. His 7 essences activated at once and gathered in his hand. As the light reflected off the rain, a crystal sword appeared. This sword was a fusion of Wang Lin's essences and his ancient Tao power, so its power was shocking. I don't know when I'll be able to return to the cave world. Maybe it will be 1,000 years, 10,000 years, or longer. Maybe I'll never return. I give this sword to you. Take care. Wang Lin let out a sigh and stepped into the sky. Behind him, everyone that wanted to leave flew away. Li Qianmai looked back at Mu Bingmai and then left. Mu Bingmai stood there and looked at the rays of light flying away. 2 streams of tears flowed down from the corners of her eyes, and the world became a blur before her. Right now, she looked like a wife sending her husband off, standing at the front door as his figure went further and further away. Take care, Mu Bingmai said softly, so much so that only she could hear. She held the essence sword Wang Lin had left behind and gently walked away in the rain. In the sky, Wang Lin looked at the familiar surroundings, and his heart calmed down. He faintly had a feeling that the matters in the cave world were far from over. With the formation there, unless someone like the Sovereign appears, there won't be another war between the inner and outer realms. Even though several of the 5 masters are still alive, they are all seriously injured. With Tao Master Blue Dream and Master South Cloud here, there should be no problem. I have a few other ideas that I need to think about. The Vermilion Bird General has left, and if the first generation Vermilion Bird in the outer realm has really separated from the Vermilion Bird General, then he should have left. I just don't know if the second generation Vermilion Bird and the others are still there. Wang Lin silently led the group of people and left the celestial realm. He didn't go to the Fallen Land. The Fallen Land is not that simple. The pointer of the compass for the heaven-defying bead, Wang Lin's eyes lit up. There were speculations in his heart, but now was not the time to seek them. There was also Master Scarlet Soul, who I released. And the mysterious person who seemed to be sealed in the Wind Celestial Realm who helped me in my battle against Daoist Water. This person later left the Wind Celestial Realm. I don't know where they are now, but perhaps they will be lured out by the door opening. There are many things and places that can't be explained. Wang Lin closed his eyes as he walked forward. He put all those doubts and speculations aside to figure out once he returned from the immortal astral continent. The immortal astral continent is not my home is here. This departure is like a child leaving home. There will be a day when I return. Wang Lin opened his eyes, and his eyes shined. If I'm not dead when I return, all the remaining mysteries will be solved by me. With Wang Lin's current cultivation level, he could go explore all of these, but he didn't do so. He left these mysteries as something to remember his home by. It could be said that this was kind of obsession. With these unresolved matters, even if he were to forget everything due to the passage of time, he wouldn't forget his home. More than a dozen rays of light led by Wang Lin flew across the stars. Everyone's cultivation level was high, so they moved like meteors. Li Qianmei's speed was a bit slow, but with Wang Lin's care, it wasn't a problem. When there were a few more days before the 1-month deadline, Wang Lin brought everyone to the door in all heaven. The golden door gave off bursts of golden light and looked spectacular from a distance. This door was too large and seemed to support the star system. Xian Luo was sitting beside the door, and the golden light shrouded him. A shocking pressure spread out from his body and shrouded the surroundings. The moment Wang Lin and company arrived, Xian Luo opened his eyes. His eyes gave off a golden glow, and his gaze swept past everyone. A few days in advance, but no problem. These people are all eligible to be reincarnated. Xian Luo's words echoed through the stars. When he saw the amount of people, he relaxed a bit. There were less than 20 people, and that would save him a lot of effort. He originally thought there might be hundreds or thousands of people. If it was like that, it would have been difficult for Xian Luo. After all, the more people, the more difficult the reincarnation spell would become. This amount of people was the best. In truth, Wang Lin hadn't told everyone that people could leave, otherwise, there would definitely be more people that wanted to try to leave. The reason he didn't do this was because of Xian Luo. Wang Lin didn't want to owe Xian Luo anymore. This time was already the limit. He didn't want to cause too much stress and injure Xian Luo by bringing too many people. Xian Luo stood up and his hands formed a seal. The star system trembled and ripples echoed in all directions. A thunderous rumble echoed across the star system. The sound wasn't too intense at first, but in just a moment, it was like a thunderous rumble that replaced all sounds in the world. Xian Luo's big shirt danced as if there was an airflow inside his clothes. His hair continued to sway. A giant, blood-colored sun appeared behind Xian Luo. After the sun appeared, the golden color in the star system became dim, as if it couldn't compete. The moment the sun appeared, Xian Lu's right hand formed a seal and reached toward the void. Dragon Emperor Heavenly Spirit, I, Xian Luo, summon you. Xian Luo's voice was filled with a mysterious force. As his voice echoed, the rumbling became even more intense. Countless ripples appeared, followed by a huge vortex. The vortex rapidly rotated, and it looked like the entire star system was going to be sucked in. Within the depths of the vortex, it was completely dark, like it was connected to another world. Just as the vortex's rotation speed reached a certain point, a thunderous dragon roar came from the vortex. The roar quickly spread out and buzzed in Wang Lin's ears. Roar? The roar became even more intense and spread across the star system. The expressions of the people behind Wang Lin all changed, and their gazes toward Xian Luo were filled with fear. The roar shook Wang Lin's heart, but his body didn't move as he stared at the vortex. The roar continued to come out of the vortex. Although Wang Lin couldn't see the inside of the vortex, he could imagine how a dragon was struggling to break out of it. A moment later, when the roar was about to collapse the star system, a giant head forced its way out of the vortex. The head was too big for the vortex to support. The vortex collapsed and its pieces scattered as a shockwave spread out. The giant head was a dragon head. It had a single horn and 2 dragon whiskers that were thousands of feet long. It had purplish-black scales and a cold and cool gaze. All of this formed a behemoth that would shock anyone who saw it. What was even more bizarre was that the tip of the horn was not sharp but square. From afar, the tip of the horn almost looked like the crown of an emperor. Just the head was nearly 10,000 feet large. At this moment, only the head had come out. The dragon twisted its body and thunderous rumbles echoed. It seemed like it was going to come out completely. This dragon is one of my 9 weapons, the Dragon Emperor. It came from the wild lands of the eastern outskirts of the immortal astral continent. There are countless fierce beasts there, and this dragon was one of the pinnacle existences there. It had mid-stage void turbulent cultivation. Back then, this old man killed it, took its soul, refined its body, extracted its bones, and refined it into a weapon. This weapon is a whip. This old man will use this whip to lash the law of the immortal astral continent to create a gap for you all to reincarnate. As Xian Luo's voice echoed, his right hand reached toward the dragon. The dragon let out a roar and its body rushed out from the void. 20,000 feet, 30,000 feet, 50,000 feet, until it was hundreds of thousands of feet long. It arrived before Xian Luo and quickly shrank until it was a blood-colored dragon whip about 1,000 feet long. This whip gave off a shocking pressure. Even Wang Lin's pupils shrank when he saw the whip, and he was secretly alarmed. He felt that he could not withstand even one hit from this whip. The power of this whip was unimaginable.